All right, so we are here. I'm actually now on YouTube. So here we go.
Phone's ringing.
All right, hang on just a second. I'm going to put you on my speaker here. Hello.
Okay.
How are you?
All right. How are you?
Good morning.
Oh,
Good morning.
we got the whole tribe here.
Yes,
Awesome.
Yep.
We got like 3/7.
Three
3/7.
sevenths.
Holy shit, we got to do fractions now.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
not.
we just woke up.
Yeah, math isn't my subject, especially when it starts getting into letters. I'm already lost.
Well,
You
I
know,
love them seriously.
I just got to say right off the bat, man, I love you guys. I think you guys are such an amazing act. So,
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
oh, no problem. I got to see you guys live, not actually seeing you live, but on your videos. And you guys just put on an amazing show. And I was reading your history. I mean, playing with Moto Grader and OTEP and so many cool bands, man. I mean, just in awe from you guys, you know?
Thank you, man. Yeah, no, we've been lucky. We played with a lot of great bands. Yeah, a lot of that it's great. It blows our mind when we go through the roster of bands that we played with. It is kind of overwhelming.
Oh my
But
God.
we've been lucky.
Yeah, I mean, it's a laundry list of just amazing acts. I mean, it's not just like this band over in Miami or this band here in Jacksonville. It's like big time names. And
Yeah.
I'm hoping that you guys become a household name. I really do. I think you guys deserve it. I mean, I know you guys have been playing for a while.
Well, we're definitely a household name in our house. I know that we all know each other pretty well, unfortunately. But
Now, are a lot of you are some? I know you and Dana are married. Now, what about the other guys? Are
Yeah.
they now? Jacob, is he?
he's my son.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he was the first pain in the ass that I helped. We got 5 kids all together.
Oh wow!
Yeah, then our other 2 guitarists, they're cousins, and our drummer and bass player, they're actually brothers. So
Wow.
in one way, shape, or form, we're all kind of related, which is probably why we've all stuck together for so long. Because it's kind of like that, nobody wants to go visit Aunt Judy, but they still consider her family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So no matter what happens, we stick through it. True and true. So.
That is so awesome. And I watch your videos every once in a while, your little live Facebook videos, and they're just hysterical, man. I love watching them.
Thank you.
Oh man, and like
it just comes natural.
yeah, I was just playing a couple of you guys' songs, playing Faceless Killers, Vengeance, and Take Control for these guys on the radio here. And
Oh yeah.
man, I mean, you just shred, man. You are just a great guitarist, man.
Thank you, brother.
Oh no, man! Thank you guys for making just an awesome music. And I was trying to tell people, I know Dana has an art gallery, or
Yeah, she's been actually working her ass off doing a lot of different artwork. She's in a lot of different mediums for painting, and she just started doing some sculptures and stuff. And yeah, it's all fucking evil and crazy. But
I love it.
last weekend, she was actually part of a big art festival that they had down here locally in downtown St. Pete, Florida. Here, and really, really well. They called her room the scary room. So like half the people would walk in, half the people would run away. But it was awesome. It was an awesome experience. And great to be able to see her doing the things that she loves and finding success with that. So
yeah.
it's
I was reading you guys.
amazing.
And I was reading you guys' bio. Like I said, I was reading the bio, trying to learn a little more about you guys before I had you on. It's like Dana was reading about Dana, and like real quiet, kept to the back of the room, trying not to having anyone talk to her and stuff. And I would never have thought that from watching her on stage. I just it's just
No.
This is personality disorder.
Yeah, it's her personality.
oh hey, you know what? If you don't have a disorder,
Right.
we're all not tightly wound. We're not all tightly wound as musicians.
Right. Oh yeah, exactly.
It takes a fucked up mind.
think anybody that's a musician or a performer, you're always those two people. There's that one with all that. It's kind of hard to explain, but like you put everything out there, you have all this energy for it. But with big ups always come big downs. So it's that constant battle between those two voices.
Oh, dude,
so
I totally get it. Yeah.
Yeah, and when you have those two voices, you're undoubtedly insane. So you got to be crazy to do this shit.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, I'm Brian most of the time, but when I'm either doing on the radio or on stage, I'm the Reverend Grubb. I'm the different person. I'm the person that I can't be normally that I can be on stage, and sometimes a person on stage doesn't want to leave once he gets there.
Oh yeah. No, it's hard to leave a stage. I mean, it really is. I had actually just posted on Facebook the other day that I got a day job like many of us musicians do, and I'm kind of pissed off that when I go into work on the morning, nobody cheers for me. Nobody's like, yeah, James, yeah, no mosh pits when I walk in the door. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, you know what? That's what you should do when you walk in. You should have your little portable speaker, Bluetooth speaker, and walk in playing Faceless Killers, going, "Come on, bitches, let's go."
Yeah, I don't know if my job would like that.
No, most of them won't. But it's always the dream, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. We got a lot of stuff going on now.
Tell me about what you guys got going on.
Well, we're actually officially announcing our album release right now with you, which we've been kind of delaying the date. It's the whole production process is really a big process, but we're finally going to be releasing our new CD on October 25th through Combat Records, which, if you're not familiar with Combat Records, that's David Ellison's label.
Really?
So we're really, really excited to be doing that. And then we're going to be hitting Europe, actually, this coming winter. When Christmas in Hell, which is, we'll be playing the Czech Republic, and I don't know, we might be playing Putin's house, and we're playing all over that side of Europe, and with 6 Feet Under, and Convalescents are coming with us, and it's going to be one hell of a time.
Oh, dude.
We're really, really excited about that.
Hell yeah, man. You can make that tribe worldwide,
Exactly.
Dude, I'm so excited for you. I'm truly excited for you guys. I mean, like I said, you guys work your asses off, and I know you do. I was hoping that you guys would make it to Fort Worth when you were in Austin. I just got here to Texas, and you guys were in Austin when I got here. And I was asking, I think Chris was saying, I was asking him, I said, "Hey, you're going to come to Fort Worth?" He goes, "No, we're just Austin." And I went, shit.
Yeah, no doubt. We'll be back around. We're working on next year's schedule right now, so we plan on hitting anywhere that will let us come. So, I'm sure we'll definitely be by you again here soon.
Oh, I'll be right there in the front, man. I'll definitely be there for sure.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, and tell me, so how was that tour you guys just did, man? You guys were all over in a short period of time.
Yeah, that was amazing. It was, 12 days of playing nonstop, like every single. It was literally play, drive, play, drive, play.
Well, the drive time came too, going like 12 hours between. So we'd play, get off stage, and we'd have to rush just to make it on time to the next venue.
Yeah, it was no rest for the mission, but it was amazing. We played with Master, which they're legends. I mean, they're just incredible. And Claustrophobia, which they're out of Brazil. And, man, those guys are all like family to us now, man. They really took us under their wings, and, it was a great time. I mean, it was amazing. And what was really cool for us, being a band that's based in Florida and not really having, we played some out of Florida dates, but not many. Having people of literally every single town that we played coming out there for Psykotribe was really, really humbling to us. We didn't know we had that kind of reach. So, when you have somebody come up and they're wearing a Psykotribe shirt because they bought it online, and, they're at your show and it's your first time actually being able to meet them. I mean, there's nothing more incredible than that.
Dude.
It really blew our mind.
And, everything... Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that the coming home part is the most difficult. It's like, as I was saying, those highs and those lows, we got into such a routine of playing those shows every single night that we came home and like that next day was like, well what are we? Yeah, like we were just ready to go on stage again, and it's a hard thing to come down off of. So it's like tour withdrawal.
Oh
So
yeah,
we're
dude.
excited to get back out there, and tour around and meet some new people, and yeah, we just can't wait to hit the road again.
Oh,
Definitely.
dude, that's exciting, man. That is so cool. I played in different bands throughout the years, and always was a singer. And the last band I did, I was playing bass for a short period of time for some punk band. It was fun to do. But the album I did an album, and we had whether I was singing, we had Ivan DePrume, the former drummer of White Zombie, produce us.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, he's really, I mean, he was not the guy I was expecting. This guy's like a total Buddhist and real chill, real calm. Told us stories about Rob Zombie and stuff, and I was like, damn, dude, that is so cool. He didn't have a lot of nice things to say, but
Right.
yeah, I mean, John Tempesta kind of replaced him, and I thought Ivan was better. But I mean, that's maybe a biased opinion. But
Right, I'm curious.
yeah, but yeah, I know what you mean, man. You get on the road, you start playing, and it's like, oh man, I want to do more, and it's just like you're stuck back going, oh man. And I tell people this all the time. When I tell people, and I'm a huge advocate of supporting the local scene. That's my main focus is supporting the local scene. Being on the radio station now, I get to support the local scene in such a way that I couldn't on Facebook. Every time I'd play music on Facebook, I get cut off. They're like, "Oh, you can't play that." I go, "Motherfucker, it's not like I'm making money off these people. I'm just trying to share their music to the couple thousand people I got on Friends here. What's the big fucking deal? Oh, you can't do that. We're gonna mute it. Oh, fuck you then." And then the station manager.
The sad thing is, it's all about licensing, and I learned this real quick. A friend of ours had just opened up a venue, probably about 20 miles from where we live, and a great venue. We play there all the time. Yeah, our tour kickoff show was at this venue, but the first time we were playing there, he was advertising Psykotribe's playing. And wouldn't you know it, the BMI guys or whatever, or the ASCAP guys, that, they went in there into his venue, and they said, well, we see Psykotribe playing, are you paying your ASCAP dues? And he's like, well, what do you mean? They're like, well, you can't be playing Psykotribe in the venue unless you're an ASCAP member, and which is a ridiculous amount of money that venues have to play just to be able to play somebody else's music. He's like, well, Psykotribe is actually performing here. And we had to sign a contract and everything so he could show them that it wasn't like a Psykotribe cover band. Like, I don't think there's a Psykotribe cover band out there.
They say imitation is the best form of what's the word I'm looking for? Imitation is a compliment.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But it just blew my mind that they went in and they demanded all this money from them, like the mob. And, if you're a musician, you realize how little money you're actually making off of music.
Oh, my God,
guys are making money off of the licensing of it, but as a musician, you get a little tiny check a year, So that whole thing is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
It's a different world than what it used to be. It's all about exposure.
Oh, yeah, totally.
I believe the local scene is everything. I mean, in my opinion, that is the future of music. That's where you're going to get your music. Those are the concerts you're going to be paying for in the future. The big bands that are, doing well right now were just the ones that were on, FM radio, back in the day where the industry could control it.
Yeah.
Kind of lost, nobody listens to FM anymore. So,
you ask these younger generation what FM is, and they're like, what?
Exactly. And that's because it's moving away from that and people have choice. So with that choice comes the importance of the share, of the exposure. Like you were saying with your show playing the music on a Facebook, them shutting you down was hurting the band. It wasn't hurting you.
Exactly.
So it is ridiculous. I agree completely.
And so, and I preach this all the time, like almost every show, especially on an interview, is I'll tell people, I said, when I say support local music, I don't mean just go, hey, yeah, I support local music, and that's what I'm going to say, or maybe put a picture saying support local music. I mean, get your ass out there, go to the show, pay for a ticket, buy the merchandise, buy them a drink or three, I mean, that's...
No, that's the stuff that matters. As a band now, the way you're going to make your money is off of merchandise.
Absolutely.
It's off of performing, so... And artwork, that's, another reason Dana does her artwork. She always has it available on her shows for sale, and that's a great help for us.
You know what? I'm going to have to buy some.
There you go.
Let me know, man.
Yeah, I'll take a look. I definitely want to buy that Fuck Calm, the Fuck Calm t-shirt.
There you go. Yeah, we just wanted some press, so we got them in there.
Oh, cool. I was wondering if you had them because it said coming soon, so I wasn't sure if you had them. So I was like...
No, we finally got them in.
Oh,
I got to
sweet.
get on the website and update all that shit.
But yeah, and...
We'll have updated soon at Psykotribe.com.
Yeah, totally, man. I mean, like, I'd take a look at the artwork and stuff like that, make sure that, I want people to know that, and that's another reason I wanted you on, talk about the artwork, talk about the merchandise, your shows coming up, and I'm extremely honored that you guys, I'm the first person, or the first place you told about the new album coming out on October 25th. I'm like really honored by that, by the way. I mean, thank you so much. I mean, that means a lot to me, that, that respect and all that stuff, man. It means a lot. I mean, like, I'm trying not to fanboy out because I really, really dig you guys. So.
Yeah, no, I love you, brother. We, again, we support those that support us. So we appreciate all the shout outs you give us and all of that.
Brian!
And by the way,
every bit of that counts.
And, by the way, I love Jacob's hair. He has the same exact hairstyle I do. We got the side shaved and the dreadlocks. The side shaved with the dreadlocks.
Yeah.
And I was looking, I'm like, I go, did he steal my hairdo, or wait, no, I sold his because his hair's longer than mine.
Yeah.
That's one more time, Brian.
What's-
Brian, but
Just Brian.
Oh man, yeah, I just actually dyed my hair purple again, so.
No doubt.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I live over at my cousin's house, and her son plays football, and his colors are purple. I said, I'll just do my hair purple and go to his games with purple hair. So, but yeah, so I'd like to know, how did you come up with the name Psykotribe? How did this band become beginning?
It's kind of a funny story. I was in a different band, and of course, Dana supported me. We were married and all of that. But so I'm in a band and I'm out playing, and she threw a surprise party for me, like in the middle of August. Now, mind you, there's no birthday in August. There's no celebration thing in August for me personally or anything. But she threw me a surprise party in the middle of August. So I come home, and all these, like, 30, 40 people are in my house, surprise! And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I was totally confused. And, true surprise party. So anyway, they were a bunch of my band friends and all that. So in my garage, they had all their gear set up, and everybody's just jamming, having fun. And all of a sudden, Dana gets up on the mic, and she starts screaming. And I never, ever knew she could do this. And I was blown away by it. So I helped her form a band with some former band members of mine and put it together. Now, I wasn't a part of the band. Jacob wasn't a part of the band. It was just Dana's thing that she started doing. Well, they kind of got their stuff together, and we had a show with my old band was headlining, and we had them come on as the opener, as their first actual show. And Dana immediately started talking to the crowd at the beginning of the set. And literally every person that was in the club, and when an opening band, they sometimes have a tough time getting the crowd involved and all of that, because the night's just begun. But she captivated the crowd from the very beginning and got everybody right to the front of the stage. And it was at that moment I realized I was in the wrong band.
Right.
So it was after that we had made some changes, and I joined the band. And from then on, the rest is history. As far as Psykotribe, the name didn't start out what it ended up being, because again, this was Dana's band. It was just kind of a name we threw together, and I helped her pick it out. But it ended up meaning so much because we're fucking crazy and we're all family, so we're a tribe, So,
absolutely.
So it all totally made sense to who we are. So in the long run. So the weird part about it again is the fact that Psykotribe had very little meaning in the beginning, except I thought it sounded cool, but it ended up becoming the soul of what the band is. And so I think it has more meaning that way to us.
Oh yeah, I mean, you seem like you guys are very family orientated, and it's really cool because like not everybody's family is like that, My family is a dysfunctional disgrace, Not where I'm currently at, but my overall family, we're just dysfunctional and just a bunch of degenerates, most of us.
Right.
And
well, so are we. We're dysfunctional and we're total degenerates. We do, and that's one thing that I love about metal. Aside from just being aggressive music that I love, is that the community itself is a family. Like the whole thing is, it goes beyond, it doesn't matter what race you are, what gender you are, what your fucking politics are. I mean, all those dividing factors in society seem to fizzle away in a genre that is, the most brutal on the planet. And I wondered about that for a long time. Why is it that the metal community is such a loving community versus, like, if you go to a country show, there's big chances fist fights are breaking out and people are getting into fights, or you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I mean,
it's true.
That kind of
it's true.
They get drunk, they get stupid, and they beat the shit out of each other. But at a metal show, you see people hugging and you see love, and there might be a big old mosh pit going on, but they help each other back up. You know what I mean? And I think the point is that metal, you wear everything on your sleeve. You know what I mean?
Oh,
we don't hide who we are in that community, and with that, we're able to create bonds that you can't really create anywhere else. So
and it's true. It is super. It's so true. I've been to more shows. I've been to some of the hardcore pits. I've been to Lamb of God's pit and Slayer, and I'm talking Slayer back in the day. Now, like in '98, and. They were Tony Araya still wasn't gray yet, and just I saw Slipknot in a club, maybe 200 people wide, and that's when they first started, and we're like, who the hell is Slipknot, that kind of thing, and every pit I've been into, somebody gets knocked down, they stop the pit and they pick the guy up. And then they're hugging it out after the show. I mean, they're beating the shit out of each other, but at the end of the song, they're like, "Oh, come here, bro, what's up?" I had a guy on the other day, an interview I did with another band, and he said, the people in the metal community, it's like almost word for word what you said. He said the same thing. They're the nicest, most generous, and most giving people you'll ever meet. And but yet we're the devil worshippers, we're the evil motherfuckers. We're the ones sacrificing cats.
I think with a lot of other communities, what they lack is that actual outlet. We're human beings. We're primal by nature. We have anger, we have frustrations, we have all this pent up emotion. But because of the fact that we're listening to something that's aggressive, and we have that outlet for that aggression, which actually is therapeutic,
extremely.
It makes us more real people, and I think that is the difference. Is that, again, you're not holding back who you are. You're able to let it out. You're able to let it out for the world to see. It's what I love the most about metal and about the community that surrounds it.
Oh, and I've been watching. I mean, I've seen an evolution in rock and metal, heavy metal, as they would call it back in the day. From Motley Crue being like, oh my God, look at how crazy Motley Crue is, and then now you look back at it, and go, right. you want to see crazy? Let me show you Meshuggah.
Funny you bring up Motley Crue. That was my first rock heavy metal concert I'd ever been to.
Oh my goodness!
I'll never forget that Theater of Pain.
Oh,
but the evolution of it's incredible, and it kind of died out for a minute. Like there was this point where metal kind of kind of fizzled a little bit, but now it's resurging like mad, and what I'm seeing now is there's more expansion in that genre than any other genre on the planet. I mean, there's just so many bands out there, so much incredible talent. And now you see it taking over the charts, beating out for record sales, Taylor Swift getting her ass kicked by Tool.
Oh, I thought that was the greatest shit ever.
Yeah, I mean, it shows that that's where people's heads are at, and
my favorite thing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say is that the thing that's been making me laugh on Facebook lately is everybody's going, "Hey, you ever heard of this guy Ozzy Osbourne that Post Malone's talking about?" Or, I about shit myself. I laugh so hard. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Are you serious?
Right.
I mean, these people don't know who Ozzy Osbourne is. I mean, this guy's in the Hall of Fame. He's an icon. He's been on TV.
Right.
He's had his own show, for Christ's sake. I mean, it's like, I mean, he was fucked up most of the time. Get the fucking dogs out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Ozzy remembers who Ozzy Osbourne is either.
It's been years since Ozzy knew his own name.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I got to see Black Sabbath with Iron Maiden at Ozfest, and I thought that was just incredible.
I would have killed for that.
It was this show at Ozfest on the main stage. It was In Flames, All That Remains, Mudvayne, Iron Maiden, and Black Sabbath. And I'm just watching. I'm going, holy fuck. And because I wasn't a real big Iron Maiden fan, but when I saw them live, I was like, holy fuck, these guys are good.
Yeah, they're amazing.
I mean, Bruce Dickinson was doing so much on the stage. He's running from side to side, changing his outfits, grabbing a flag, running around, and I was like, this guy is how old? And he is just tearing it up.
Yeah. And he flew the plane to get there.
Yeah.
He also flew the plane to get there.
Yeah. And after that show, I think it was after that show or after another show, Sharon kicked him off the tour.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Because they were I mean, because people were saying that Iron Maiden was upstage in Black Sabbath. Well, how fucking dare they?
Yeah. Oh my
And that's my big. That's one of my biggest things I have against not against music, but against some of these people. When I was in the bands, people would tear down flyers and say, "No, fuck this band," and you were playing at the same show. Tearing down the flyers. No, look for us. Don't come until we get there and leave after. And it's like, no, we should be working together.
I hate that.
It's like I wanted to go out there and punch the fuck out of them.
Yeah, now when I go to a show, I mean, even a local show, I'm there from the beginning to the end.
Absolutely.
Whether we're playing it or whether I'm, I mean, that's, I hate that. And I think that's one thing about the changing, the money people are losing control of the industry right now. You know what I mean? They don't know exactly how to control the music, how to license it properly, how to profit from it, since music is so readily available. And I think in the end, they're the ones that are kind of going away, and the musicians are having more control over what they do with their music, how they run their music. I mean, you don't necessarily have to be part of a label to do a good release of an album.
No.
These days, because everything's so readily available to everyone. So, I think that people are learning, bands are learning that cooperation works so much better than competition.
Oh, it does, and I tell people that. I tell people, I go, why are you competing against each other? We're all doing the same thing for the same purpose.
Right.
It would help if we just worked together, I mean, it's just crazy watching this shit just unfold. And, I wanted to go back just a little bit what you were saying, like how local music, I agree fully with you. Local music is the cornerstone of the scene right now. Local music is the cornerstone of the scene. And, when I was when I was a teenager, I mean, it was a while back, but, there was this band I was in California, and this band out of Bakersfield, California would fill up carloads of people and take them down to Huntington Beach and play for $5 a show. $5 tickets. Right. And they would do this consistently. And to this day, Korn is probably one of the biggest bands out there. I was there when Korn first began, $5 tickets. And it was crazy. It's like who's Korn, you know? And we go down there and Korn's tearing it up all fucking all over the place. And you know what? Now they're one of the biggest names out there.
Yeah,
but they started.
Yeah, we got to meet Ed. We played a show. We had played the PBX last December with David Ellison, and Ed from Korn was on it. And
how is he? Is he a pretty cool guy?
Who, Ed?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, super cool guy, super chill. He was scared of Data, I think. He kept running away from her. True story. But yeah, no, all of them. They're, you know what? All those guys that were part of that PBX thing, you know, all incredibly talented guys, but everybody was super down to earth. You know what I mean? All those guys.
Also, had this one recording studio, Master Town, Tampa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can tell them about that story.
What about the studio?
Yeah, tell them about the studio.
You want me to tell them? What should I say about the studio?
Everything, honey.
Well, why don't you tell about my studio? I had to talk about the beginning of your band. I told you we were dysfunctional.
Hey, you know what? You know what they say, my friend. You know what they say? Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, exactly. I've learned that well. I always try.
I obviously have not learned it. I've got a couple of ex-wives.
Yeah. But,
I obviously didn't make anyone.
But, yeah. Right. But last year, when we had played that PBX thing, David Ellison and the guys that he came down here with went to our studio that we had just opened up, Master Sound, and they recorded some tracks for the new Sleeping Giants album, which is David Ellison's solo album. They recorded the song Vultures there, which was that whole idea for his solo album actually happened in our studio.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was really cool. Yeah. Talk about a super chill guy. Ellison is the man. That guy is like the most down-to-earth guy I've ever met in my life.
I love listening to his bass lines.
But yeah, he partnered with us at the studio, so he's actually my business partner now at the studio. But yeah, that whole idea for that solo album actually happened out of that, and I thought that was really neat. Then he recorded. He recorded on one of our songs that's going to be released on the album. He recorded a bass track for us on a song called "End It" that we haven't released yet.
Oh wow!
Different, clean vocals for me.
Yeah, Dana actually did some singing on this one.
Oh.
It's totally different and weird, but I did it for a reason.
Yeah, so that all turned out really good.
I look forward to hearing it. You know, I mean, the first album you did, was it Little White Lies?
Yeah, that was our EP. It was pretty much our demo. That was our demo release.
You know, I love everything on that album. You guys really bring it together. I mean, when you guys put your music together, you guys really put it together, man. I mean, like Vengeance is probably my favorite song. You know, I really dig that song. I love the intro, how she just comes in there and kind of speaks it out, and then just and just goes at it, you know?
Yeah.
I love it.
Want to hear that scream again?
Please.
What?
Brian, you gonna scream again for me, Brian?
I can't. Oh, now you got me doing it on command. Now I'm going to be all embarrassed. But
I'm gonna have to, when you come and see us, then I'll have to teach you how to do like deep vocals. So I'm taking this shit.
Oh, you know, I do vocals. I got a song that I'll play for you guys a little later here. But I got a couple of stuff that I've done. I mean, I used to do my vocals. I used to try to not mimic other people, but like I would listen to other bands, listen to like Maynard. Maynard was like one of my big influences on like holding long notes.
Yeah.
And I just get out there and just kind of scream it out, you know. And every once, I mean, like we did a whole session, and then my guitarist comes up, he goes, "You know what? That really sucked. You could do better than that." And I said, dude, I just went 3 hours of singing on this album and you don't like it? No, you could do better. And I'm like, and I was fucking, we didn't talk for like the whole time we were out there after that. And just kind of belted out. But yeah, I would like to learn from Dana how to do it properly.
Yeah.
And you know what? Maybe one of these, either you guys are out here in Texas, or I'm just gonna have to make a trip out to Tampa and come see you guys.
Yeah, I come to the recording studio and check it out.
I would love to. I got a whole bunch of material and I just haven't been able to put it together. Before I left to Texas the first time in 2018, I had my full studio. I had a full studio set up and I lost it all. My ex-roommate took all my shit and got rid of it, but stole it from me. I had about $30,000 worth of recording gear. And he just kind of ripped me off from it. And, when I went to go back to get it, he says, oh, I got the police here, and if you come here, it'll be considered grand theft. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I took a trip to Texas to go see somebody, and then and all of a sudden, all my shit's gone. But it was a weird time. But you know what? It doesn't bother me. It's only stuff, and I'll figure it out. I got me a acoustic guitar that I practice on every once in a while. I write lyrics once in a while still. I just I don't let things bring me down like it used to. You can't, but you know what? It makes for great music. It makes for great music. I mean, most of my stuff that I wrote back in the day is about addiction and recovery. And I wrote a lot of stuff about recovery. I'm a conspiracy nut, so I write a lot of stuff about conspiracy.
That's good.
I got a song called Six, and like part of the song goes 6, 3 score 6, and everybody assumes that I'm talking about devil worshiping and shit. All I was saying is that the mark of the beast and shit like that. It was all about government control. It's just a number. We are numbers. And when we're born, we're given a social security number. We're numbers. That's it. That they don't see us any differently than that. And that was my point on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, like
we are. We're all statistics.
And so, like, well, tell me. I mean, I'm curious. Like, some of your songs, like Vengeance. How did you come up with that?
Data. About Vengeance.
Oh, it's no pity for the coward. Marrying someone. Someone who's just.
It sounded like a bad relationship.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
No, it's not bad. No, it's just I went through a lot of family shit, and a lot of it is like I've been the black sheep of my family, so I kind of like turned it around, like, vengeance is mine, and there will be no pity, meaning not having, I don't know, just,
I get what you're.
A lot of family.
It's a long story with that one too, because it's a lot of hatred because of my stepmom.
Oh yeah.
And my dad, the way he was, and it's just too much. It was just too much. And vengeance was also towards my brother, who also died a couple of years ago.
Oh.
And then, yeah, so part of it is a lot of anger when he died too. So. Of
course, and I figure take control, kind of the same thing. You take control of your life, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like, yeah. It was a little different with that one, but yeah, take control is mainly somebody standing on their ground and not taking any shit.
And you know what? A lot of people need to hear that, and I think that's, for someone.
Especially kids, like kids who are getting abused, or there's some things going with their life really bad, and it's just, and I like kids, being out there knowing that they will never be the victim, they would be the prey.
Exactly. And you know what? And that's awesome. And you know what? People with
that one.
And I try to, like I said, I always try to share your guys' music.
Kids. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Brian.
No. Go ahead.
No, it's just more, it's a child fighting, just in case if they get threatened, then they can fight back. It doesn't care how small they are. It's just how tough they can bring it to scare them back and do it, don't they don't fuck with me kind of thing.
Yes. And you know what I mean?
That's maybe taking Polish about.
You know, and oh, I'm sorry. But no, it's the voice of the child. You know, I admire that, and you know what? People need the children need to have a voice too. And you know, if you, Dana, can bring that voice to the children that need that voice, you know, I think that's awesome. I think that's amazing that you can do that. And, you know, everybody sings about different things, and, you know, your stuff sounds like it's extremely deep. And I love your lyrics. I think they are amazing. I think you're so extremely talented in everything you do. And I'm not just saying you, I mean, I'm including, you know, Jacob and James and the rest of the guys. You know, you guys are just all just so amazing, and that's why you're such a good together. That's why you are that tribe. You guys really put it together. And I mean, like I said, I'm so honored that you guys have taken the time to even have this interview with me. You know, it means so much to me.
You know, I can have your soul.
Yes, you can have it.
Brian.
You know, Dana, you can have my soul. I'll give it to you because I don't have anyone else to give it to anyways.
Okay, awesome, man. I feel really dedicated now.
You know, I had an idea. You know, one of the other bands had brought this up, and I thought I'd throw it at you guys as well, since, you know, and there's no pressure or anything like that with it. I was trying to set up something for like the holiday season, trying to get all these bands together as one, you know, whether you get a bunch of like people in the Washington State and the West Coast, if every band did this, is like having like not a Toy for Tots, but like a show just to tell their local homeless shelter, the children there, blankets, clothes, something like that, like a free show. If they bring, and I know a free show, Jesus Christ, but you know, bring in blankets or toys or something, food. You know, I lived in a homeless shelter. Yeah. I've been homeless for a few times, and last time I was homeless in a homeless shelter, I seen children sleeping on the floor with their mother, and it broke my heart watching, and the people next to them are shooting heroin, and it broke my heart. And I want to try to get as many bands as I can, like even through this radio station, to do this. And just kind of have a movement to where everybody's trying to donate at a specific show. And just bring together, I mean, even just, you know, if a child, like a couple-year-old child, 5-year-old child, 10-year-old child, you bring them a pair of shoes or a blanket or a toy, you know, just to see their attitude change.
Yeah, but just this year, we've got good friends. They're in a band down here. If you haven't heard of them, they're called the DOOD.
The Distinguished Order of Disobedience.
Yeah, Distinguished Order of Disobedience is their proper name. But they're down here. They're based in Sarasota. They do the Random Acts of Kindness every year.
Cool.
And so that people bring canned goods and, you know, clothing and really anything like what you were talking about.
Exactly.
For the homeless people. And it goes directly to the homeless people. And we just performed this year.
She's the one that runs it. She'll like literally take vans full of stuff and like go there herself. And,
It's something for meals and bring the meals to them.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's awesome. And you know, I mean, I wasn't sure what was going on, but you know, I'm trying to encourage bands to put that out there.
You know, that's another thing that's great. Is the metal community is such a tight-knit community that, you know, so in some ways it's the only community left. And, you know, these are the people that can pull together that kind of stuff to help the less fortunate. And I think it's up to community to do that. So why not get the, you know, why not have it the metal community, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's such an important thing.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, the children, you know, I mean, from old songs, the children are our future. I mean, it's not just cliche; it's the truth. You know, the children are the future of our country, our world. You know, I'm watching this young generation going, "Oh, Jesus Christ, these are the people that are taking over." You know, but I'll be old and senile by the time that happens, anyway. So. But if we show that love, that caring, that just the whole like, hey, people actually give a shit,
Right,
they see
right.
that random acts of kindness, like paying it forward. I'm a full believer in paying it forward.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
Most
I had that happen not too long. I mean, a couple years ago. Is I was out getting a sandwich. One of the store the guy gave me a free sandwich, and I'm going out to my car, and this guy comes up to me and asks me for money. I said, "I'll tell you what, man. Don't really have much money, but I do have half a sandwich. I'll give you half my sandwich." This guy took the sandwich and ate it in front of me. I mean, this guy was this.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, this guy really is not trying to sucker me. And so I went in my wallet and I grabbed out, I had like $5 or $10. I go, here, take this, man. You need it more than I do.
Yeah.
I had a vape pen with some weed in it and gave it to him. And
Yeah.
and the guy had the biggest smile on his face, and and I felt like I actually did something. I said, he goes, well, man, I don't deserve all this. I go, none of us do, but at least we can do is try to help each other, man. Just pay it forward to the next person.
Yeah, yeah. It is, there's people that really are desperate out there, and so I mean, yeah, I mean, definitely, you should always lend a hand to your neighbor, to your fellow man,
There's a homeless guy sitting outside of the convenience store, and Dana had actually went out and bought a bag of chips for him.
See, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. It doesn't take much. It's not hard to help people, and everybody makes it like it sound like it's a fucking chore. It's not. It shouldn't be. It's like, help your fellow man. We're all here together. I mean, we can either just be full of hate, or we can actually do something to help each other.
Yeah.
I mean, the music brings us all together. There's no doubt. The music brings us together, but our community is more than just music.
Truly is.
And I've seen nothing. I mean, like, whenever you talk to somebody in the metal, that's in metal or in like rock or any kind of like in our genre of music, it's always, hey, what's up, brother, my friend? But it's usually brother. We always usually call each other brother.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And there's a reason behind that. Because that's it.
Yeah, and I think some of it comes from bad family relationships early on. It's some people's only true feeling of family. You know what I mean? I think some people that are there, their metal brothers and sisters are their family.
Oh yeah.
Their family. So,
and you know what? Talking to you guys, I feel like you're family already. So I feel like I'm part of the tribe.
You do, brother. Yeah, man, you are part of the tribe for sure.
And you know what, man? I will always be here. I will always be here to support you guys, no matter what. You guys got shows coming up, and I say this to everybody, and I want to make sure that I say it to you guys. Anytime you guys got a show coming up or anything big, you can feel free to post it on my page anytime you like, as much as you like.
Cool, man.
I mean, I'm always okay. I'm always down with that, man. You guys have been nothing but cool to me. And, like I said, the interview, you guys coming on, and you guys are always so polite, as dysfunctional as we all are, we're still polite to each other.
Oh, yeah.
And, we treat each other like human beings, like we should. I'm like, and, what, you guys got any shows coming up?
We're going to be playing actually up in Tallahassee, October, what is it?
October 30th.
Yeah, October 30th with Body Snatcher and Prison and a lot of other bands. But that's the next thing we have on the roster. And we're going to be planning on something else, probably around the beginning of November, I believe, but we don't have anything etched in stone yet. And then we're going, then we've got the Europe tour in January, or in December. Oh man, I'm getting my months all screwed up. That's another thing touring does. Fucks up your day.
Oh, it really
does. You don't know what day it is anymore. You just totally get lost.
And even the times are so different, and you're like, what's my
The only way you can tell it's a weekend show is by the amount of people that show up. Like, you don't know it's a Friday or Saturday. Till the place is packed, you're like, holy shit, oh, it's Friday.
Oh, yeah. The thing we always hated. The whole thing we always hated is, we got to play a Wednesday show? Oh, Jesus. No, not a Wednesday
really
show.
Cool
but
well, you know what? Every show we played on, there was one show up in New Hampshire that there weren't that many people there, like a couple people. The venue was amazing. The sound was incredible, but there was like nobody there. There were like 3 people there. Wow! Was cool though. We actually knew these guys, met them online, and finally got to meet them in person. But yeah, it was just the venue had changed a couple times before that show, but that was really the most interesting show on the tour. There was like nobody there. But again, the venue was killer. It was what's called the Pearl. I think that was the Pearl.
I saw the pictures.
Yeah, that place was amazing.
So,
but
out of all the places you guys played, what was your favorite? Anywhere?
Oh God. Yeah, Dana. Yeah, we played in Denver. Our last show in Master and Claustrophobia. And yeah, Dana actually got to reunite with her sister. She hadn't seen in about 14 years. So that was
very
a really
cool
show. That was awesome.
So I would ask you what's your most memorable, like, holy shit, I can't believe we're playing this show kind of thing.
That was probably
Brooklyn. Yeah, Brooklyn. This God, I can't remember the name of the place offhand. Oh yeah, it was called the Kingsland in Brooklyn, and it was like I think it was a Wednesday night. It was a weeknight. I remember that, and this place just packed out, like totally packed out. Really strong metal crowd in fucking Brooklyn.
Wow,
it was amazing. The only thing that sucked is I wanted New York pizza. I'm just dying for New York pizza.
Oh,
I didn't want to eat it before our set. We got done with our set. I went to order the pizza. They stopped selling pizza.
Oh.
I was so pissed about that. So we had to leave that night to go to Washington, D.C. To Washington, D.C. So we didn't have time to do anything. Oh, it was so bad. But that was a great show.
You sound like you you sound kind of like me, James, as far as like stuff like that. You know, when I went to Chicago. No, when I went to Chicago, I said, I'm going to get me some fucking pizza. I am going to have a Chicago deep dish pizza. This is on my bucket list. It's gonna fucking happen. And unfortunately, I was in the airport, but they did have like a pizzeria there. But I was like, I'll give it a shot. And I was like, holy fuck, this is amazing pizza. Now I got to go to New York and try that pizza, you know, and.
Yeah.
I like in Texas here, they got in Amarillo, they got the 72-ounce steak challenge.
Oh wow!
So that's something I've been wanting to try. Whether I fall dead on the floor, trying to eat all that steak.
Yeah, how long do they give you?
They give you an hour.
Oh, that'd be tough. That'd be tough in an hour.
So yeah, you got this.
A couple hours. I could probably do it in a couple of hours.
Yeah, so
that's
yeah, so it's not just a steak. It's a 72-ounce steak, a baked potato, all the fixings, the vegetables plus bread.
Oh, plus bread.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, they get you with the fucking potato and bread.
Oh yeah, all the starch and shit. You're all full. It's like they're like, this motherfucker gonna eat the bread first.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. It would suck though being stuck on a piece of bread at the end though too.
Oh.
You know, like you eat this whole fucking steak and you can't eat that little piece of bread that's left. Like that was stuck really bad. Like I was totally foiled by the bread at the end.
The bread got me.
that would be my luck right there. That would totally be my luck.
You got like 3 minutes left and you got a big loaf of bread there. It's like, oh shit, you know what?
Yeah.
Forget it. Fuck it. I'm done. Just give me a beer. But I tell you what, guys, the next time you come to Texas and out to Fort Worth, I buy y'all a drink. That's a promise.
Oh, no dinner?
Oh well, a dinner too. I'll tell you what.
He wants a 72-ounce steak. Are you fucking kidding me? You spent like 20 minutes talking about 72-ounce steak. You're buying us drinks?
Well, the steak is free if you eat it all in time.
Yeah, I know.
But I'll tell you what,
Man,
you guys come out.
player.
You guys come out, and I will treat you.
You're gonna have a cookout for us.
I will have. I'll tell you what, guys. Whatever you guys want to do, we'll go and do it.
All right, sounds like a plan.
And you know what?
We'll be out that way.
At least I can do for you. My treat.
Thank you, brother.
My treat.
Right.
And then I can like sign my soul and blood to Dana there.
Yes, thank you. I was ready to say something about the soul part. You beat me.
Yes, like I said, I've offered it to you, and so it's yours.
All right, we'll make sure we have that in writing.
Just when I die, make sure that I come back as a demon.
All right, Paul, you'll be my own demon.
That's right. I'll be your personal demon.
Like turning you into a demon beforehand. So.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, we still got people.
We appreciate you having us.
Oh yeah, man. You know what? I'll tell you what. If you got a minute, you can go ahead. I'll give you the floor, and you can tell us anything that you'd like. All the shows, any announcements, your artwork. I'll give you the floor, and I'll just be quiet and let you guys say your thing.
All right. Let's see. Well, Paul. Yeah. Well, you can go to Psykotribe.com or on Facebook. Just look up Psykotribe on Google. You'll find us like all over the place. Psykotribe. Probably didn't work good with the delay, Jacob. Anyway. Jesus Christ. Check out Master Sound Tampa. That's my studio. Partnered with Matty Bloods Rolling Papers and Preston, our amazing engineer down there, as well as David Ellison. And so check us out if you need any recordings or any mixing or mastering or anything like that. Dana Darkley on Facebook, look her up there, and she's going to have a .com out really soon on that. So keep your eyes open.
On Facebook.
If you're in Europe, check us out. We're going to be over in Germany and Czech Republic and over the Netherlands, and we're going to be on tour with 6 Feet Under and the Convalescents. What else we got, guys? Jacob selling nudes. His premium Snapchat account is. Let's see. Definitely want to give a shout out to Tom Hazard and Combat. Yeah, we got Radio Combat coming out. We got Sinister 6 records coming out. One thing we're doing that I definitely want to mention is we're doing a Florida metal scene compilation that we're putting together. We're going to have a voting process and all of that. Looking at about 20 to 30 bands that we're going to be putting on that, which is going to have digital distribution as well as limited physical distribution. But we plan on bringing copies of that over to Europe to hand out to a bunch of European metal fans out there. So
Very cool.
Go to Facebook.com / Florida Metal Scene. God damn, I'm stoned. I'm sorry. That's fucking big. But anyway, so there's a lot of shit going on. So definitely check it all out. And I'm sure I'm missing like 3 or 4 things. Brian
And my soul. Like I said, that's yours. And by the way, I actually have people in Germany actually listening right now. So hopefully, they'll be coming to your show in Germany.
Oh, hell yeah.
And like I said,
come up and meet us.
they'll buy you some beer, right?
There you go.
So
72-ounce steak is good. We'll take the steak. We're up for the steak.
And by the way, this interview will be on my my YouTube page. So if you guys want to check it out or show everybody, you're more than welcome to.
Share it around.
and I'll have it uploaded. I'll have it uploaded in probably like maybe an hour or so. So, again, everybody, this has been Psykotribe here with James, Dana, Jacob, and anybody else there?
No, just us right now.
Okay.
There's the cat. There's the cat. We didn't introduce Sage.
The cat.
Blair, our cat. We have ducks in the backyard. We didn't introduce them to.
And you guys were able, and you guys managed to keep out of the hurricane, right?
We did a good job. We pushed it away. We were actually coming into Florida on our way back from the tour when they were still predicting it was going to hit Florida. So we grabbed a bunch of water up in Alabama.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we grabbed a bunch of water in Alabama on our way down. But yeah, the Bahamas, though, man, feel bad for them. That's horrible what happened over there.
Oh, I got
They're
decimated.
Getting again by this tropical storm. They're getting hit by this tropical storm right now.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's just awful.
Yeah.
But I'm jealous, man. You guys all got stoned. I haven't been stoned since I left Tennessee.
Oh, man.
So I've been kind of doing the straight edge thing for a little bit.
Oh, there you go.
I needed a good detox, anyways, from the weed. I mean, it doesn't hardly do shit to me as it used to.
Yeah. No, I do that every once in a while. Gotta tweet it out.
But big shout outs again. A big shout out to Psykotribe, everybody. Psykotribe. All you people listening, all 58,000 of you that have been listening lately. Remember this name, Psykotribe. These guys are going to be on tour in Europe. They are just an awesome fucking bunch of people, a great tribe, family orientated, and awesome fucking music. And they also own my soul. So I love you guys. I think you're awesome. And I really, really, really thank you for allowing me to interview you guys today. And I'm honored that you shared about your album coming out on the 25th.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having us, dude.
Hey, no problem. I appreciate it, man. And you guys got my number. If you guys ever need anything anytime, you feel free to holler at me. And I'll do whatever I can.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate your support, man.
Bye, Dana. Bye, Jacob and James.
Brian.
I'm sorry? I missed it.
Oh, she's just screaming. She's just randomly screaming in the background.
All the time. Bye, Brian.
Bye, Dana. I'm glad, like I said, glad to have you on. See you later, Jacob. Thank you for being on here, too.
I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, brother. Like I said, I love the hair. Even though I copied you, I'm gonna keep it growing, so maybe it'll be as long as yours someday. And James, thank you so much again.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
Hey, no problem, brother.
Night,
hey, you guys have a great time, and I'm sure I'll talk to you soon.
You got it, man.
All right, have a great one. All right, people. And that was Psykotribe we just had on here. And, man, that was fun. I had a great time. And I have it on YouTube. This will be on YouTube shortly. And I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream to the YouTube video as of now.